Aduro decided to go into Hades, and he just like I was like a Culkin, and he just stomped me, bro. Like it was bad. But ladies and gentlemen, into the picks and bans phase here. No shocker that Shablanka is gonna get out. You get an early kill. He's a nightmare, and then option over to what's Kraken. Bye bye Ymir.
Ymir's going to be banned out. Now, Legion, taking a look at their team, Pain Devion, not exactly like notorious for playing a very good Ymir, but maybe that's something he's developed.
Yeah.
Nemesis going to be banned out by Legion. That's a good ban. It's not a great ban, but it's certainly not a poor ban.
Yeah, Nemesis is just one of those junglers who you kind of have to wait a little bit until she gets online, but she's a comfort pick for everyone. Slice and dice, like, you could throw your mouse across the room and still hit slice and dice.
It's the size of a lane. So, I mean, you want to watch out for that. And the Athena ban, that's what I was looking for. Pain Devion is known for an incredible Athena.
Oh, no, they let him through.
Interesting, but...
They let him through. So Al Guang, since this game now goes into the later stages, we're not seeing it end in like 20 to 25 minutes anymore. Right. These games kind of go much longer, especially at a professional level. Al Guang can either be a jungler or a solo lane. And when you're in the solo lane, you max his 3, and it's scary.
Yeah. No,
very, very scary. You shred tanks.
The dragon does a lot of damage wherever you put him. I think he's better off in the jungle, but with that Serket pick, I mean, really Serket doesn't go anywhere but the jungle traditionally. So, I mean, Ao Kuang solo might be a thing here. We'll have to see how the rest of the draft goes. They do have one more pick on their side, as you can see that blue frame flashing. So we'll see if they round it out. It's going to be all right.
Okay.
So I've got 3 assassins. What do?
So 3 assassins. My assumption would have to be Serket has to stay in the jungle. Whatever. I was really expecting like a Geb to be picked here in this scenario. Normally you want to grab the support, especially in here, and then you can kind of ban out the rest of them from this point on. So with that said, what's Kraken? Probably has the advantage is they're going to go ahead and pick up Thor now. So they have Artemis, who we didn't see a lot in Season 1. Just really because she didn't have the wave clear. She couldn't compete with anyone. But now, as the game gets longer, Tusky makes some noise.
Tusky is a really interesting team fight mechanic for a hunter to have. It's disruptive over the entire team, and those crits early on, coupled with the purple buff, will lead her to be better wave clear than some of the other hunters.
So that's going to be... We're going to go ahead and see Geb get banned out here, which is going to be a smart ban for them. They should be looking to grab their support player right now, which I'm assuming is going to be Sylvanas. Now, Sylvanas, as soon as the PTS came out, everyone's like, oh, Sylvanas dead, Sylvanas not good, right? But now everyone's like, oh, wait, there's this item called a Lotus Crown, and so there's going to be the Sylvanas. So I'm expecting how this is going to go is he'll probably start off with Mark of the Vanguard, and then Heartward Amulet, and then Lotus Crown. And that's an on her? Dude, Legion, what the?
All right, so, I mean, once upon a time, we saw Aurora run Bakasura support because of the ability to counter jungle.
That's the only thing that it can be, right?
And, I mean, basically what happens there is when you put Bakasura support, it's sort of like playing Poseidon Hunter. You're not playing Poseidon Hunter, you're putting a mage in the duo lane. So, when you're playing Bakasura support, you're not... Okay, there's a Chronos, so...
What? Okay, I'm gonna wait for the last pick. I'm gonna wait for this last pick. So obviously, what's Kraken? A much more standard team here. So you're gonna have Artie and Sylvanas. You got Agni going into the mid. They're gonna be looking for a solo laner here. So really, I guess that's an okay pick. I just don't know what the matchup's gonna be. So Aphrodite is gonna be going into the solo. For sure, cut and dry. So okay, Legion. Let me think. Let me think.
Good luck.
I'm gonna go. Serket has to be in the jungle. You want Serket in the jungle because she's just going to get stomped by this team in any lane. Flat. She loses those matchups head-to-head. Serket's a god who needs to get to, like, level 9, right? She's just not going to do it unless she wants to get handed the gods early. So she's out. So then, on her,
so
Chronos mid, Serket jungle.
Okay.
On her, Baka duo, Ao Guang solo.
I don't like putting Ao Guang anywhere but the jungle.
Oh, okay? Dude, you're just not a believer yet, man.
I'm not a believer.
You're going to see it a lot.
I'm a believer, but it's sort of like putting Thanatos into a lane.
No! Don't you dare! Don't you dare compare those two.
Can I look at the numbers? Can I look at the items?
Yeah. Go for it.
All right, so I guess I'm right. Serket. Okay, here's the deal. Serket doesn't have a bummer's mask.
She does have a bluestone pendant.
The dragon has the bummer's mask. So Serket.
Oh, this isn't.
I'm telling you right now.
Oh, they're going for the. I think they're going for this, man. I really, they have to kind of commit, and they're just going to walk on a ward that's going to reveal everything.
Yep,
but on the plus side, at least they know there's a ward there. Right?
Serket's in the duo lane, and I'll tell you why. Madness is a taunt, just like Athena. You're going to ban out my Athena? I still like the taunt. I'm going to throw a Madness at you. Got him. That's it.
You know, I've been practicing hard with analysis, and I did not.
No, Madness is a taunt. I mean, so you've got Madness as a taunt. You've got the ultimate to really take somebody out and push them away from the fight. So Thor or Artemis starts to get on top of your players. You ult them. You push them in the opposite direction. You can throw out some damage with Deathbane. I guess you're really wasting it. The jump of your 3 is a lackluster ability anyway. The core of this pick is to do Madness and, I guess, to take Serket away from the enemy team.
Yeah, the one thing that seems to be a big waste here is if you look on your minimap, there's going to be a deep ward from Legion all the way in between back Harpies and this red buff. And there was no invade, so really all they're getting is a little bit of knowledge that put them in harm's way when they could have done it right where you see that red ward is right after Gold Fury.
Yeah, they definitely could have done that to deter some sort of movement and such. Buffs are going to be picked up once again. If you're new to the new Season 2 map, we don't have mid-Harpy spawn until 3 full minutes. So that's what you're going to see as all teams start off at their buff camps. Finally, What's Kraken makes it into the lane, and now all members of all teams are in lane. DJ Pernick is starting with a very early rotation, heading to mid, seeing if he can pick up the early kill. Herwin hears it out, though, Scott, and he's going to be fine.
Yeah, well, Herwin won. Al Guang walked over that ward.
Yep.
And you're now in this Season 2 map, you're going to see very, very defensive wards from both sides with very limited engages. But Al Guang's going to have a hard time ganking Agni because everyone has a hard time ganking Agni because of his dash. He's very, very safe. He does a lot of damage, and then once he gets Noxious Fumes online, they should be okay. On the left side, though, we're going to see Serket go in. She might be able to have it. She's not, as Panda Cat's going to go ahead and miss the Impale. He was a little bit behind.
Right. Let's introduce our teams as new teams come around. Legion in the blue. Panda Beyond playing that support Serket that we talked a little bit about. And he's going to support over on the On-Her played by Panda Cat. DJ Perdick is in the jungle on the Ao Kuang that's taking some damage, while Unrelinquished plays the Solo Bakasura and Aduro plays mid Chronos.
Well, she's got it. No follow-up there. She does have the poison on. In case you guys don't know, Serket, her passive, she throws a poison on you. It stacks up. When she auto-attacks you, it rips you off, doing a bunch more damage to you. She is a single-target assassin who has the ability to take over games if she's not controlled.
Well, see, here's the thing. As we're taking a look, it makes more and more sense that this is a support that is being played in the support role. You've got the Madness, which is a great taunt, and her passive that you just explained, the damage it does is percent-based. Pull is good on a Panda Cat. He's got rooted now, and here comes DJ Pernicus, not looking for a kill just defensively. It's something we see a lot out of Pernicus when he plays in the jungle. Love that playstyle. But so you've got the Madness, which is a good taunt, and the damage that she does with that passive is percent-based, 10 and 20. So she doesn't have to build power to deal damage and help out her hunters and the rest of her team to lower the threshold, and she has the taunt. Pernicus is still here, though.
Let's talk about some of the best. Well, we might see it go in. She's got the Madness down. Pernicus looking to commit. They don't. The pillar just a little bit on the outside. They're not going to engage. He's actually going to go in. He gets pulled. He might die. Down goes Pernicus. What a brilliant play coming out of What's Kraken. Now, what I was getting ready to say is at the start of it, we're going to see Herwin actually rotate. Here's the Noxus. He does have the Meteor. He's got one. Doesn't have the second one up. Wasn't able to finish.
I want to say that's player knowledge as we see these mid-cam spawn. Right side goes to Legion. Left side going to be contested by Thor and Serket. Thor might be able to finish this out with a good hog. Leashes them. Pain's here by himself. 3 members in red looking for the damage. Hog goes down. Those are going to get credited to the team in red. And Pain Devion makes it out. I want to say that first blood kill was player knowledge. DJ Pernicus is incredibly notorious for being aggressive, usually to a good point. This time it was to a bad point, and he earns first blood for his enemy team.
Now, this is the first time we've really taken a look at the solo lane, and I just want to go ahead and go on the record to say, starting off with Vamp Shroud and Tier 2 Sprint, brilliant. Gold Fury is going to be started up. Jigs is very, very low. Pain, Desert Fury on the backside. He's got one, looking for a second one. He's got the last breath on him. He is able to get that one. There's going to be one person in the middle. DJ Pernicus is going to surge forward. That's one dead. Artemis, no, because of the stun. Agni's so good. Kronos has the stun. Does he have the follow-up? He barely misses. Aduro clears it up. Aduro playing fantastic. That's going to hit the rewind, and they're going to go back.
If you're going to miss a spell, you better hit the basic and get the kill anyway, and that's what Aduro did right there, Scott. Great team play coming out from Herwin. Unfortunately, just was barely not enough right there. Legion leading by 2 kills. Looking very good right here. And again, Pain Devion, another point. Don't need to build power on Cirquet, because the ultimate is true damage with no scaling. So you got true damage with no scaling, a taunt, and you've got guaranteed percent-based damage from the passive. This Cirquet support is looking more and more
what?
okay.
Goes straight into the Wing Blade. So Wing Blade's obviously naturally going to help out just about every single support player, and that's pretty much who we're seeing it get picked up on anyways. But I mean, you're getting 300 health, you get the CDR, and you get the attack speed. But the biggest thing for her is the movement speed.
Oh yeah, I mean you're gonna go faster, which is obviously very, very
go vroom.
Famous Hate has a slow on Suppress the Insolent, the number 3, and Meerkat has a slow on the back off. It puts a little slow, if I'm not mistaken, at the end. So there's not a lot of slows, so you're buying it for the stats right here. The health, the CDR, and the attack speed again is going to help out with that passive. So good stuff coming out from the Wing Blade. First item, I like it. I don't think I love it.
Yeah, Wing Blade's not bad. I mean, she doesn't really need to get boots. Now since Midas boots aren't really a thing anymore. That's really what it comes down to is Midas boots aren't like a thing. So start off with Wing Blade. Why not? Helps her out just a little bit.
She doesn't need the power like we were talking.
Yeah. DJ Pernicus looking for something, isn't able to get it. Panda Cat dodges the pull. And, is Pernicus going for this? I think they're going to commit very, very hard. Watch Pain Devion, guys. He is going to be the person. He wants to hit the madness. He's going to jump in. DJ Pernicus not in the spot to hit the follow-up, though. Desert Fury's going to be there. Jinx is just going to get shredded. He's got it down there. Pain's going to go in. And now here comes Pernicus. Pernicus looking for the double. Pernicus has it.
Get it. Pernicus got Tusky stunned out there.
Look at this.
The ping's coming out. They know Thor's in the air. Where's he going to go? He's going to be aggressive. Lands down in the back line. Double tap on Pernicus. Good. There comes the Berserker Barrage, but he's just a little too fast. The Dragon King's going to get away. Meanwhile, Aduro's giving chase on Herwin. The left turn
the juke!
good. The stun! And that's going to be enough to get Herwin safely out of there. What's Kraken? They're going in some trouble. A couple of basics and a rewind. Aduro's going to be out.
Yep. That's the strength of Kronos. Kronos' ultimate allows him to rewind the time 8 seconds and brings it back to where he was at that point of time. So Kronos obviously is like the #1 1v1 joust god ever, right? Because he's just a nightmare to deal with. But now we kind of gave him a little bit of a buff in the offseason, and now we're starting to see him get played a lot. So it looks like he's getting ready to go into Warlock Sash here, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's going to give him some health. Aphrodite going to go ahead and stun out Bakasura, and really, Aphrodite going power boots over CDR? Okay.
Yeah, Aphrodite wants to be a little more of a puncher this game. The CDR boots are pretty much the standard that we see out of her.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the lack of penetration. But here we just get the magical power, the movement speed. 65 magical power on those new purple boots. No penetration, so just a lot of power.
Oh! Aduro's going to get pulled in. Aduro, he doesn't have rewind either. Aduro could die. Is he going to jump in? He's not. Herwin's going to get forced out there by Pernicus, but Jigs, he's got the damage over time. He's going to clean that one up. Taking a look at the left side, though, Pain and Panda just going to go ahead and clear this one up.
I mean, that's one of the benefits as we mask jumps down on the left-hand side, really to no avail. But that's one of the benefits of the Sylvanas. We hear so bad about it, but they're fighting. Jumps in after getting madness. Mask is a little low, but new Jigs was around the corner, so fought anyway because he expected the heal. Pain's going to go ahead and back off. Just kidding. He's going to stay in lane with Panda Cat, and that's really what they've been doing. He hasn't been rotating like Jigs has, and it's been putting a lot of pressure on this Artemis.
Pretty close game here, about 2,000 gold separate these two teams. Taking a look at it, I mean, Legion, you would say, has kind of controlled it, and you would be right because we're going to see the speed buff be stolen as Meerkat can't finish that at all. But the big thing about Meerkat here, Aphrodite, she's at the point now where she can fully wave clear a lane. Once she gets maxed out on the birds, she's able to clear out that wave. She's very, very safe, but then we might see the Lotus Crown come out, which is very, very scary on her.
I mean, maybe that's the thought process behind the power boots. You just wanted to be able to clear, especially against the Bakasura. You want the clear, against the Bakasura. I like it. I actually really do like it. You can always buy a Chronos Pendant later, which isn't a horrible item if you need to purchase it for the CDR. Spirit Robe also got buffed, which against this team isn't a bad choice. A lot of hard CC on this team. Left-hand side, they're trying for the Gold Fury. It's not going to work. So the Gold Fury goes ahead and gets leashed a little bit, and once Kraken really deters that. Really tight matchup here, folks. 9 minutes in, not a lot separate the teams. 5-3 read the kills, as we said, about 2K gold. But the skill is so close.
Yep, 5,000 experience. So that's a tough pill to swallow, and it's really just because what's Kraken's been forced to really just group up to deal with all of these assassins that they have to go against. So they have to spend a lot of resources just to get the same kind of reward that Legion can kind of do with just one god. But I'm not buying this whole 4 assassin thing, just for the record, all right?
I mean, I don't think it's about the assassin. I think it's about how and where they're going.
Hey!
Ward's going to land down in the back line over those mid-harpies. Aduro throws out the slow stun, gets some damage on both Mask and Jigs. Not going to be enough for a kill, but I don't think that's what they want. In comes Bakasura to deter them from really aggressing. They're going to get the mid-cams for it. 4 members deep in the mid lane, and Relinquish gets out of there, no problem. Great decoy, great distraction coming out from the solo laner for Legion.
Well, Last Breath's going to go ahead and get applied onto Artemis. Artemis has no escape besides Tusky, for the record. So when you look at Anher has his jump. Artemis has nothing. So we're expecting to see a lot of actives. You can see Beads 1 already coming out. Wouldn't be surprised to see Sprint 2 come out as well.
Sprint 2, one of the more potent. It sheds the slows onto that. So Sprint 2 sheds slows. Sprint 3 allows you to attack while moving, and Sprint 1 just sort of makes you go vroom vroom. But looking back at the middle lane, Heroine level 10, Aduro level 10 as well. So an even matchup in the mid lane. Their slash lines differ a little bit. 0-0-1 for the Fire Mage and 1-1-0 for the Chronos. He's doing very well, especially after those changes. Love to see Chronos in the game.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this Legion squad. I think it's just their story, right?
Okay.
When you look at this story, it's like 3 guys who are like, you know, they're good, they're ranked players, but they haven't been that good yet.
Right.
They haven't been like on the level, and a couple of them are like BM, and you want to see that turnaround, and you want to see them be able to gel together. And I'm a sucker for those kind of stories.
Yeah, no, I definitely completely feel you as Mask gets a kill onto Aduro. You know, Pain Devion spearheaded Team Denial, which was almost good. Aduro was a sub on Dignitas, who was the best team at the time. And DJ Perdikas always does really well with his teams, but they sort of fluster out in the midst of the season. I would love to see this crew stick together because of what you said. And the other side, What's Kraken has a similar story. Jigs and Mask are sort of notoriously known for being BM and not nice people in ranked. Hopefully it's different and competitive. Heroine and Meerkat, both SPL players, and Famous Hate, famously on the cusp, playing in that challenger scene, almost doing it. So very similar stories on either side of the map.
It's not every day, F-Dot, that we see a super defensive item come out on a Bakasura. He's got Heartward Amulet.
Yeah.
He's got 300 health and 60 magical protection, bro. He's so tired of this poke. He's like, dude, these birds have gotta go. Perdikas is going to get walled off there. He's just waiting for his teammates. He's going to try to hit the jukes. He's going to get called out, though. Meerkat, does he have it? He's going to pop the sprint. He's going to continue to aggress, but Unrelinquish is going to be there. He doesn't have the help from his teammates. Mask finally going to get there. He doesn't have it. There's the Berserker Barrage. They have Pain as well. They can do this. They need this fight so bad, F-Dot.
Yeah, they need it. Up in the air's going Mask. He's going to take some slaps from Unrelinquished. Meanwhile, Panda Cat gets a kill on his enemy Hunter, even though they're in the wrong place on the map. 3 members of Red looking at Honor. He's going to fall back, trying to get the speed buff. Let's see if he can pull it off, as Serket, all by herself, is just going to harass and deter the enemy. Panda Cat, can he get it? He's going to go ahead and fall back. Red team has successfully defended their speed. They're going to chase, but with that jump like you talked about, he's out of there.
Yeah, and the other thing, though, is that Legion still is going to come out on top from this. I mean, they got the right Harpies. They're going to get the left. They're going to be able to force this fight out. Aduro is going to hit the stun. He's going to be able to poke out Mask. Mask really can't contest anything. If they really wanted to, we might see a Gold Fury get started up.
I think they could contest this. They can take the fight if it comes. So you're going to start this Gold Fury right here, Scott. And when the fight comes, they would like to engage. They're not sure who's behind as they don't have any wards on that left side aggressively. So they're going to go ahead and pull back. But I think they could have taken that fight if they knew that it was just those two players.
Yeah. Now, Meerkat's going to be in an interesting spot here. He's got Warlocks on. He needs to be able to farm up. Luckily, he lost that Tier 1 tower. Now, I say luckily just because he's going to get a little bit more farm as Bakasura should be looking to rotate a bit more. But if Baka stays in lane, he's going to be forced to stay there, else they're going to lose it.
Yeah, over here in the Gold Fury again. There comes 3 members. This time, once Kraken goes after it, great method to go ahead and get your lead down. DJ Perdigas gets a kill without using the execution. Looking at famous hate after the Mask blinks away on that Thor with the hammer. He's good. Tusky comes out and stuns.
Tusky just hit 3 people like in the
just
span.
Down the row.
Yeah, just
down
like,
the row. I love
bounce it, dude.
So much fun.
Tusky's the worst, man. It's just like so demoralizing, right? Because you're like, oh yeah, I got him. Oh man.
You're like a football field away, you just get stunned, and you look at your feet, and you
you stupid
dog. Left-hand tower is going to go down for Legion. So that leaves Kraken with only 4 towers remaining. 2 in the mid lane, 1 on the side.
Don't do this, Perdigas! Don't do this! Thank God you didn't do it. He beats out of the execution. Mask almost blew that badly. DJ Perdigas with some great technical still there that we're going to see it shown off, but unfortunately it was just a little bit behind. Mask wastes the Thor ultimate, and because of that, we're going to see them be out as now Pain Devion might look to aggress.
Yeah, Pain Devion is using the jump and the Deathbane to just be harassing and waste a lot of stuff. I love it. I love to see this play. You can tell that he's done this before.
Oh, yeah.
This support Circuit, it's not straight support in the sense that I'm going to go in and just block everything for my team. It's I'm going to make you waste it because I'm running around like an idiot.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely fantastic. Scott, this is really fun to watch.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, obviously, you can see her actives, right? That's going to be a weakening curse coming out online. And that's really just because when you have an Afro and a Sylvanas, you're like, okay, guys, someone buy Divine Ruin, someone get a Brawler's Beat Stick, I got the Weakening Curse, we'll go from here, and then maybe they won't be able to heal to full.
Just maybe. You know, at least they didn't get a rod. That's sort of what you're saying in your well when you're looking at the enemy team comp. But, you know, we talked a lot about this weird multiple assassin team, Scott, with the Heart Ward Amulet on the Bakasura. They're spreading out their, like, their responsibilities, almost.
Yeah,
their
it's
support
really weird.
is spread out. And again, sort of like Complexity did with the Odin and the 2 circle ults, we're seeing that here. You've got a whole bunch of assassins, but look at the assassins they have. True damage on Bakasura is 3. The Butcher Blades, so you don't need to build too much power, you just need attack speed. We talked all about Circuit and why she doesn't need to build power. It's they picked specific assassins so that you don't have to build into a specific 6-item slot, so that you open up to all these items that you want.
Panda Cat looking for the pillar stun, isn't able to hit it. Thor lingering in the back. As we go ahead and take a look here, we're going to see a Magi's Blessing coming out, but 8,700 experience, 8,500 now in favor of Team Legion. The game's close. We're talking a lot about Kraken as well, but Legion still with the lead. And as you look at it, the Magi Blessing is going to really, really help out Ao Guang versus this team comp for sure.
Yeah, Magi Blessing, one of the more potent items in the game. What it does is it gives you some protections and some numbers as well, but it's all about that bubble you see on your screen right there. It will absorb the first crowd control ability. So any stuns or anything like that will be completely ignored for a second until it recharges. There's the team fight. Up in the air goes the discount, and Jigs gets killed. That's the support. That's where you want to use your execution. He's going to fall down onto the Thor, and down goes Meerkat to Pain Devion. On the other way around. A lot of damage coming out from On Her. Unrelinquished gets the kill. 3 members aggressing on Unrelinquished. He's going to fall even with that item that we talked about. And now the blue team needs to fall back. Kraken came up on top of that one, if you ask me. And the lead stays the same. 2,200 in Legion.
Heroin saw DJ Perdigas lingering in the back and was like, nope. Mask. Perdigas is going to be there. Mask He's got to teleport to the hammer.
There
Good
he
job
is.
by him to get out of there. You can just see. So Ao Guang, this is why Ao Guang's not only viable in the jungle, but as well as the solo, because if he's going against a warrior, he's going against a support, 30% health is all he needs to get him to. And that's where supports normally get when you're like, okay, guys, focus someone else.
Right.
And he's just eating them. Just
I mean,
eats them.
That's the beauty, and again, I want to compliment the player thought process here. Uses the execute on Sylvanas, and he wasn't the first person to get into execute range. A lot of time you see that X and you go, I got to hit 4, but this time around he waited, he was patient, took out the Sylvanas, which is who you want to use that ability on, and went ahead and got the kill. Good defense by What's Kraken, though. That was a huge aggressive play by Legion, and they kept it steady.
I almost wonder if Sylvanas on What's Kraken should have went Shell instead of the Blink. Now, the Blink is going to give him the initiation to dive into the backline, which is going to be useful, but at the same time, they're not really being the ones who are aggressing. They're kind of more of less like absorbing the blows, so it's like, you have the Shell, it's protections for everyone.
Yeah, I also agree. I love the item Shell. It just allows so much.
Very underrated.
Waiting. They're looking for another fight. DJ Partic is stuck in a corner. They're going to use the Hog, and the attack speed cap is going to fall.
Well, Aphrodite better check her 6 because Hungry Bakasura is going to be here as well. She's still there. Bakasura could very easily engage on this. He's not looking to. In comes Thor. Mass missed the ultimate, but that might be a dead Aduro. Down goes Aduro. They're looking to go. Desert Fury just shredding through people. Bakasura regurgitated, still there as well. He's going to jump out. That is an even trade. They'll take that all day.
Yeah, 10-9 reads the kills, but there's a great pull coming out from Sylvanas. He's going to go ahead and jump out of there. The on her is, while Pain Devion takes one shot from the tower just to provide some spacing. He is the support, don't forget, just because he's playing Serket. So, Legion falls back, doing pretty well, but What's Kraken not letting anybody forget about them. Keeping this, they're staying in this game very well, Scott.
Yeah, What's Kraken's going to have Aphrodite go ahead and zone out.
This is good.
She's got the Chronos now. Normally we see like a breastplate or something come out from Aphrodite. She's doing more damage, so she's going to be able to zone very, very effectively. If anyone gets caught by a kiss and a back off, that's going to be about a third of their health. Panda Cats could be in a lot of trouble. You can see the back off just forces them completely out. As long as they can get unrelinquished, they should be able to get this Gold Fury.
Unrelinquished is going to aggress on a mask, though, but there's the rest of the team. You better get out of here, Bakasura. And that's what they say to him. They're chasing him a little bit, drops the suppress the insulin, and they're going to walk away from the Gold Fury.
Yeah.
They understand that that's what they need to get the tie game, but they also understand that they have to be careful about it. If they go for that Gold Fury, Scott, and they lose the fight and lose the Gold Fury, as well as, lose a couple of their members of the team, that means this 2,000 gold lead transforms into 5,000. Or 6,000.
Yeah, I just noticed that Aphrodite actually has Heavenly Agility as well, which is going to give everyone on her team who's around her an increased amount of movement speed, which is absolutely huge. On the other side, Executioner coming out on her. A little bit shocked that we're not seeing the Transcendence, which seems to be really the flavor build of every hunter right now.
It's just so expensive to really build up. I mean, we might see the last item, Transcendence. If you're not familiar the way the mana works, it's very, very strong. Pain to Beyond! Not strong enough.
Oh, no.
Mask gets credit for the kill, but it was all 3 members. Mask, Heroine, and Famous Hate get assists on that one. So great play coming out from the mid laner and the Hunter combining. And mid lane, they want to fight some more.
Well, that's what's interesting about Mask, right? Mask has been like either hitting like perfect ultimates with Thor or like missing by like a half a football field.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the delay, and that's really tough stuff. I mean, maybe Mask doesn't play that much Thor, but he's landing it, and when he is, it's doing a lot for the team.
Yeah. I mean, when Thor comes crashing down, you get that half-second stun, but more importantly, it sets you up to Tectonic Rift into Mjolnir's Attunement into Berserker Barrage, which I know that means nothing to anyone casual. Throw the hammer out, spin around, and kill people.
Yeah, I mean, Thor has a very set way to get people down. When you land the ground, they're stunned for a second, so you get the first hit. You throw out your stun, which guarantees the second hit, and then you use the 3. All the damage comes out in one set order, and when that happens, Scott, it's the difference between having some bread, some cheese, and some tomatoes, and eating a damn pizza.
Aphrodite with the cloak, really? I'm really wanting to see this Lotus Crown get picked up on her. It's going to help out her team even more. You can see like Sylvanas mixed with Aphrodite. I mean, it's so much protections for people and heals, especially with it being linked up. It seems like a no-brainer to me, but at the same time, we're seeing the Shifter Shield get picked up by Thor, which basically says, I'm aggressive and I want to kill you. But
I'm
safe.
But I'm also defensive, and I like to do my thing.
Yeah.
So it's
an independent 21-year-old college girl.
Exactly my thought process, Scott. Glad you reached it before me. I want to see a spirit robe come out on this Aphrodite.
Oh!
It's gotten buffed. There's a lot of hard crowd control, and we're going to see it right here. There's the dunk coming down with the Agni bombs. Herman's going to use the Aegis a while later. In comes DJ Partagas. Where's the ult? There it is! And down comes Mask a little too late. Where is the Dragon gonna land? Right in the middle of everything. Payne gets credit for the kill out of the Hunter. 2 members in blue, 3 members in red, but it's not enough. Heroin picks up DJ Pernicus. The Thor was just enough to defend against his team. Good stun on Waduro, but that's an offensive one, Scott. And what's Kraken is, again, staying in this game, but the lead is creeping up. 4,000 golds for blue. Up is the lead. 24 minutes in, and they lead by 1 kill.
Well, you can see the pings. The pings are going down on Fire Giant.
Wow.
Fire Giant has some new animations. Sylvanas, he's got the blink animation.
Yeah.
He's got to worry about being zoned. Heroin's going to just kind of casually stroll in here with the Swagny skin. He's got it. That's going to put him in a lot of spot. Panda Cat might fall down. He did. Heroin's able to one.
What's Kraken?
Oh, no, baby. They did it. They hit the steal. Heroin's still going. And the side, though, Kronos, he might go down as well to Mass. Aduro, you're in a lot of trouble, buddy. He's going to hit the rewind. Panda Cat, how are you still alive?
What's Kraken has completely turned this game around. They still trail by 2K, but the buff from Fire Giant should be enough. Mass takes out Aduro. That's going to put the red team up for the first time in this game as far as kills are concerned. 14 to 12 reads the kills. They still lack 2 towers and about 2,000 gold, folks. But what's Kraken? That's what's Kraken. Coming up with the big
So they're in the lead in the sense of kills, but everything else they're still very significantly
Fire Giant's
down.
Gonna be a big deal as far as the gold's concerned. It's almost an even game.
Whew. That was nuts. Artemis finishing her sprint 3. When she pops this, she's going to be able to auto attack without suffering the movement debuff. Debuff.
And you can hear how fast she's shooting.
Yeah. She's crushing. Artemis right now is at that stage in the game where if it goes another 3 minutes, anyone she looks at is dead. I mean, you got Ichavolt, you got Executioner. What she does next, she has options, right? You could see the crit. I like the crit.
Buy a death bid. Because you've got Artemis has passive crit built in. Deathbringer makes that even better. 5 members deep is what's Kraken. They know they have an opportunity right here. They need to push. Left lane they are. Head deep in it. Great ultimate by Jigs. Gonna knock up 3. Heroin gets 1. Famous Hate gets the next. There's still 3 members in blue right here trying to defend. Down comes Mask. Now they're looking to turn around. Aduro very low.
Nice.
He's gonna get out of there, but Unrelinquished takes down Mask. That's a good one. Famous Hate takes out Payne to Beyond. That's a good one as well. Unrelinquished the only one up right now for Legion, and he's nowhere to be seen, falling back on the Phoenix. So they lost 1 member, and that was Mask. And he was their front line, so to speak, as he was getting some ultimates down and getting some stuns. And we're going to see the first Firebird down of the game. It's the team that's led 0.
Yep.
Legion.
Oh, they're going for this?
Kraken takes the first Phoenix. They're going on to the Titan.
He doesn't have regurgitate, dude.
Plus on everyone.
They're going to be able to get this.
This is the game.
They might be able to do this. Heroin's still focusing it. He's trying to do everything he can, but he doesn't have it.
No, they
got this. It's 23%. Here comes DJ Perkins. He's got 1. He's got to turn his gaze. He's got to go for Sylvanas. No, he's got to force out. Desert Fury's going to be there as well. Perkins is going to keep pushing forward. He wants to get on to Sylvanas here. He will settle, I guess you would say, for Aphrodite. But really, the story here is it's like, oh my God, they're still in this game.
I can't believe this. This is going to be the wipe of these two. I mean, Aphrodite's up in the air. Not enough to execute, but it doesn't need it. Payne to Beyond gets the kill onto Meerkat's Aphrodite, and here's Jigs. Nothing he can do but waste their time. That is a good plan, though. But
this is all because this is what we did to Aduro last night. He's learned.
I respect it.
He's learned from me, Devios, and Pod. This is what we did to DJ Perkins and Aduro, like dove us, and we were just like throwing everything around.
Scott, I like this play. I respect it. It did not work, but I think it was the right move.
Dude,
I'm not going to say that was anything but great.
20%, dude. Like, here's the problem with the Titan being this low, is non-professional teams will be like, okay, guys, 1 at a time.
Yep. Your turn. Try and get the back door, and then they die, and then they do it, and it heals up. Right. But I love the aggression coming out from this team. They said, hey, it's a 28-minute game.
I'm so
We've
stressed.
trailed for 26 minutes. Let's go. They
I just
got
want to
12
let you guys
seconds
know,
till they're up.
when you're in these situations as a player, and when you're in these situations as a player who's fighting for his right to be in the SPL,
Yeah.
which is just an insane year ahead of us after the World Championship that was just for $2.6 million, your stress, you have to manage it.
Yeah, you're trying
I'm
to
sweat.
I'm already. I mean, dude, you're trying to tell somebody I am a professional at this. That is what these next 3 weeks are about.
Yeah.
And that play, that's a professional play.
Okay, all right. So, Height of the Urchin coming out here for Aphrodite. This is insanely
That's
late.
late.
What this means is that she thinks that they're going to be able to get enough kills to make the stacks worth it. Or they believe that they're just going to be able to siege through and be okay, and she just wants the
Right.
guaranteed protections and health that it's going to give you.
It's
anyways.
a balanced item, which is important. A lot of the items, a lot of the defensive items in Smite are heavy on magical and heavy on physical. Height of the Urchin is equal across the board, so she's afraid of all sorts of damage. That's why the Height of the Urchin is coming out this late. It's still a very good item, though. What's Kraken is going to be backing as a unit. So we're going to see some good pickups coming out from the team in red. The Rod is finished by Agni, so he's 4, 2, and 10. Expect him to do a lot more damage. And the Heartward Amulet is finished up by Jigs a little while ago.
I was just looking down at this, and Aduro, you know, he's got the Warlock Sash finished up. He's
Right.
got the grip. He's got the ring. But is he really trying to save this money up for a Rod of Tahuti?
Yes.
That is, I mean, he's got 2 or 3 items right now. That is not the play. You're looking at Kronos is your mid laner. That is a tier 1 carry in this
I'd
point.
like a shard. I'd like a shard, but the Rod of Tahuti isn't a bad choice. Up in the air is Thor. He's trying to aggress. Great fake onto the Fire Giant.
Wow.
Down goes Panda Cat way too quickly. And now all 5 members of What's Kraken are looking for a fight, the Fire Giant, or possibly both.
Yeah. Undying Love is online here as well. Aduro forced to rewind. He's going to go all the way back. Unrelinquished is going to be there as well. Lotus Crown giving people the extra protections. That's going to be Bakasura. He's going to be able to escape. Does the damage of the time have it? Thor goes in. Mask is going to continue to push through. He's not able to get unrelinquished. They missed the bomb, but it doesn't stop yet.
They look at Pain to Beyond, they try to attack him, and then they realize that he is the support. He's got Tank Boots, Sob, and a Heartward Amulet. Scott, he's not going to go down to a Berserker Barrage like you're used to. Serket definitely not as squishy as
These are the plays.
Yeah, and
of Aduro. That's the
Aduro's
plays.
out of the fight. We talked about this in the first match. You kill the Phoenix on the other side of the Fire Giant. You force them to commit members to it. Pain to Beyond trying to provide some resistance, not able to do so. This Fire Giant goes down. That one doesn't have to be stolen. What's Kraken takes the aggressive. They take the wheel in this one, Scott. They're now finally leading the game for the first time, if you take a look at the graph, by 300 gold. Look at that nosedive.
And
That
look
is
at
an
the-
exciting game.
I mean, the experience as well. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
The nosedive's big, man. Whew. So now this is the right play. All right, a lot of you guys are
Just
saying
back.
to yourselves, why in the world is What's Kraken going back? The reason What's Kraken's going back, they go back, they buy another item or a tier 2 of another item. They push down. But the big thing that should be sticking out to you is the fact that Hurwin's got himself a Rada Tahuti. Rada Tahuti on Agni means you're screwed.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of damage. One of the things I really like here is that What's Kraken just showed that they can play 2 different games, Scott. They got a Fire Giant steal, sieged down a left-hand lane, and then went for a win, like almost by a roll of the dice, right? It was the right play, but it was the absolute most aggressive you can get in Smite. And then they do the opposite. They take a Fire Giant, and then they back in by items. They can play both sides of this razor, which scares the hell out of me, and should scare the hell out of Legion and whoever else is watching this tournament from a professional standpoint.
DJ Pernicus. Yeah, he was trying to be cute, but cute's not going to do it, as Aduro's going to get hit with the double tap, doing about a quarter of his health. He's really got to wait. Unrelinquished. Could be in a little bit of a ballsy spot here, as Honor's going to rotate as well. Panda Cat's probably not going to take this route. They might look to engage. Pain to Beyond's taking a lot. Pain to Beyond's going to be forced to jump out. They can't commit now. They have to wait. They have to wait for their support Serket, which is something I never thought I would ever say.
The support Serket has been doing a great job. Slash
Yeah,
line
no,
4, 5, and
fantastic.
9, really doing what she's supposed to do. And up until this point, Legion was, reaping the benefits of having a very masterfully crafted team comp. I still like the team comp, but right now the scoreboard doesn't. 3,000 gold is the deficit. 3 kills, 33 minutes in, and they're seeing their Phoenix on the left-hand side pushed for the second time, while their enemy owns the Fire Giant.
Yeah, what you're really seeing, though, is the difference between an actual support and a assassin support, right? Sylvanas is doing exponentially more for his team. Regurgitate's out there looking to go. Sylvanas gets in. He's going to go ahead and miss the pull. He's going to hit up everyone. Mash comes crashing down. Mash comes on the side. DJ Pernicus gets out. This is a bad engagement by them. They've actually lost more health than they've taken away, but they are able to get the Phoenix, which is a win for them as they're going to turn their gaze to the middle Phoenix. They want the push.
Yeah, I mean, this is the play now, Scott. The team isn't looking for kills anymore. Kills look great on the after-game report, but Phoenixes are what wins the game. Jake's getting very low. They want the execution. They can't have it. Hunterwind splits off Aduro on the other side. That's a great separation. Onher's going to chase him down. Another great separation by a single Chronos. 4 members deep is what's cracking onto this Phoenix. That one's going to go down. So 2 Phoenixes are down, not able to progress onto the Titan just yet. They're going to look for the third one here, Scott. They're going to get it, and it's going to be a great play for the red team.
They got 40 seconds down of Aduro. They're not worried about much. You can see how much Sylvanas is healing up his team. He's doing a fantastic job. You mix that with the birds as well. Pain Deviant's in a lot of trouble here. Thor teleports in. He's got the Berserker Barrage. The execute's going to be on him. He is going to go up. There's going to be a dragon. Num. But is he going to come crashing down to look for an engagement? The answer is no, because that's death. So this is a complete take their jungle, rub their face in the dirt, go back, buy again, right? Whew.
That
is a hell of a game, man.
Lotus Crown coming out from Sylvanas.
Oh, it's huge! I saw it. I told you, dude. Dude, just read those protections on it, man. It's giving you like 5 seconds of like 20 protections.
When you heal your team, you get 20 physical, 20 magical protections for 5 seconds. That seems like a really short window of time, right? 5 seconds at 35 minutes exactly in this tournament right now is exactly the kill time.
Yeah.
So you jump in, you blink, you heal your team, and everybody gets this green shield around them, and it's just, hey, I'm wearing a crown because I'm the king. And it's enough to withstand the force. You said it was a bad engagement, but they got 3 Phoenixes.
I know. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It definitely was a bad engagement.
It was.
But they were able to get the objectives, and it was a great play coming out from a bad engagement. What's Kraken? They're leading by 5,000.
Oh my. Okay, so the thought process on Agni, I love. The Soul Reaver coming out next. So Soul Reaver is giving you a lot of damage, but what it's going to do, it also has a proc. Now this proc, you really want to hit it on one of the tankier ones, and when you take a look at who's tanky on this team, he's looking for Baka or Serket, which is, again, the second time I never thought I would say that.
The tanky characters are Baka or Serket.
Like, that's not a thing, right? So really, you're going to be waiting for him to really, really harness on those people. He could very well do it right now if he wants to, but he wants to get the best bang for his buck. As you're going to see, he's going to go ahead and force out. Pain Deviant's going to get out of there. Legion has...
Great steal.
Yeah, Legion has stolen this. Heroine's going to be able to take out Unrelinquished, but the battle's going to continue, I thought.
Yeah, what's Kraken is going to go ahead and clean up. Pain Deviant gets the steal and trades his life for it. Mass comes down in the backline. DJ Pernick is still afraid, trying to find the exact spot he wants to engage. Aduro's going to kill Heroine. Aduro's going to kill Famous. Not quite. DJ Pernicus picks up Mass. Famous Hate does get a kill.
They're not done.
Meantime,
they're not done. He's going.
Keep going. They're pinging the bottom because they know the fire minions are going to leak in. 4 members are dead on Legion. 2 members are dead on what's Kraken. If they can do this, they can just win, folks.
This is the best play. Right, what you were just watching is Aduro is unable to back because Jigs is clapping at him. He is jumping up and down. The Titan is under attack. Aduro cannot possibly defend this. This is what's Kraken's game. My God. That's a hell of a round 8. That's a hell of a round 8.
That is